Rabbit. Any of 29 species of long-eared mammals belonging to the family Leporidae. Frequently the terms rabbit and hare are used interchangeably, a practice that can cause confusion. Jackrabbits, for instance, are actually hares, whereas the rock hares and the hispid hare are rabbits. Rabbits differ from hares in size, life history, and preferred habitat. In general, rabbits are smaller and have shorter ears than hares. They are born without fur and with closed eyes after a gestation period of 30 to 31 days. They prefer habitats composed of trees and shrubs, where they live in burrows dug into the soil. Hares, in contrast, are larger in size, and they are born fully developed with fur and open eyes after a gestation period lasting about 42 days. They prefer open areas such as prairies, where they make their nests in small open depressions. Rabbits are ground dwellers that live in environments ranging from desert to tropical forest and wetland. Their natural geographic range in the Western Hemisphere encompasses the middle latitudes. In the Eastern Hemisphere, rabbits are found in Europe, portions of Central and Southern Africa, the Indian subcontinent, Sumatra, and Japan. The European rabbit, or Autolygus cuniculus, has been introduced to many locations around the world, and all breeds of domestic rabbit originate from the European. Nearly half of the world's rabbit species are in danger of extinction. Many are among the most vulnerable of all mammals. The long ears of rabbits are most likely an adaptation for detecting predators. In addition to their prominent ears, which can measure up to 6 centimeters, more than 2 inches, long, rabbits have long, powerful hind legs and a short tail. Each foot has 5 digits, one reduced. Rabbits move about on the tips of the digits in a fashion known as digitigrade locomotion. Full-bodied and egg-shaped, wild rabbits are rather uniform in body proportions and stance. The smallest is the pygmy rabbit, Brachylagus itahensis, at only 20 centimeters, 7.9 inches, in length and 0.4 kilograms, 0.9 pound, in weight, while the largest grow to 50 centimeters, 19.7 inches, and more than 2 kilograms, 4.4 pounds. The fur is generally long and soft, and its color ranges through shades of brown, gray, and buff. Exceptions are the black Omami rabbit, Pentalogus furnacei, of Japan, and 2 black-striped species from Southeast Asia. The tail is usually a small puff of fur, generally brownish but white on top in the cottontails, genus Sylvilagus, of North and South America. While the European rabbit is the best-known species, it is probably also the least typical, as there is considerable variability in the natural history of rabbits. Many rabbits dig burrows, but cottontails and hispid hares do not. The European rabbit constructs the most extensive burrow systems, called warrens. Non-burrowing rabbits make surface nests called forms, generally under dense protective cover. The European rabbit occupies open landscapes such as fields, parks, and gardens, although it has colonized habitats from stony deserts to subalpine valleys. It is the most social rabbit, sometimes forming groups in warrens of up to 20 individuals. However, even in European rabbits, social behavior can be quite flexible, depending on habitat and other local conditions, so that at times the primary social unit is a territorial breeding pair. Most rabbits are relatively solitary and sometimes territorial, coming together only to breed or occasionally to forage in small groups. During territorial disputes, rabbits will sometimes box, using their front limbs. Rabbits are active throughout the year. No species is known to hibernate. Rabbits are generally nocturnal, and they also are relatively silent. Other than loud screams when frightened or caught by a predator, the only auditory signal known for most species is a loud foot thump made to indicate alarm or aggression. A notable exception is the volcano rabbit of Mexico, which utters a variety of calls. The family, Leporidae, rabbits and hares, has been relatively unchanged since the Eocene epoch about 40 million years ago, when its fossil record first became well documented. Rabbits had entered North America by that time, and they underwent most of their development there. By about 7 million years ago, the Miocene epoch, they had become re-established in Asia and had moved into Europe, which led to their present distribution. The family Leporidae is clearly separable from the family Achitinidae, the pikas, the only other family in the order Lagomorpha. Morphologically, rabbits and hares have a more arched skull correlated with development of bounding locomotion and a relatively upright posture of the head. Strengthened hind limbs and pelvic girdle and elongation of the limbs are also evident.